Hello and welcome to CTSB. This is a special edition of our show Conversations. And joining me today is cinematographer and Academy Award-winning special effects artist Eugene Mamut and his wife Irina Borisova, who is currently a production designer and artist. Eugene has created special effects for movies we all know and love, like Little Monsters, Ghost Dad, Blue Lagoon, Dirty Dancing, and Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, among many others. Eugene moved to Lennox in 1996 to work as a special effects for Starship Troopers and The Matrix. Those are two of my favorite movies, I might add. In 2002, you and your wife Irina opened Animagic in Lee to showcase the Berkshire's visual effects talent and to foster the movie-making spirit in the Berkshires. Eugene is a longtime member of CTSB, and both Eugene and Irina are former citizens of Ukraine. Welcome, Eugene and Irina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've all been horrified by the images that we're seeing on the TV every day of the Russian invasion into Ukraine. And before we talk about this horrible crisis, the first half of your life, you grew up in the USSR.
Yes.
And at the end of our talk, we're going to present a film that you and Irina have just created called Ukraine on Fire. And in the film, we will see suffering of the Ukrainian people, the disinformation by Russian state media, and a link to where people can donate to help with food and supplies for many of the Ukrainians that remain in Ukraine. So let's start with, before we get into the crisis, let's go back to the beginning and let's start with where were you born, Eugene and Irina?
Yes, I was born during World War II. This was 1942, and my family immigrated to far east to Uzbekistan. So I was born there, but when I was like 2 years old, we moved back to Ukraine, and this is what is half of my life was there. And then in 1978, okay, I was immigrated to democratic country USA from USSR, but now Ukraine is not part of USSR, so Ukraine now independent country.
Okay, and Irina, you were born, where were you born?
Yes, I born in Ukraine, in big city, Kharkiv, in the same city with Eugene, but I immigrated to United States in 1993.
And how did you two meet? In Ukraine or in the U.S.?
Yes, we met a long time ago. We used to work together in movie studio, and then Eugene came to United States much earlier than me, and then we met this eventually in the United States, and now we husband and wife for many years.
Mm. And tell me, what was life like in the former USSR?
About life in USSR?
Yeah, громче только.
It was not democratic country. It was like dictatorship and a lot of censors around, and we couldn't tell what we like to do. And was very restricted everywhere. But we were young and, you know, this was our life. But it was not good situation that time in USSR.
Okay, and how about post-1991, the Soviet Union, former Soviet Union is now gone.
Yeah.
And what was Ukraine like? What are the people like? What is the culture like?
It was much better. Feel independent, and everything was developing, and we were very peaceful country, and we tried to go to European Union and to NATO and to be part of Western world. But we have very big neighbor who like to live opposite way, and he threatened Ukraine, and it was not good.
Do you always feel like Ukraine was kind of stuck between these two superpowers and like two different worlds? And they both wanted to pull you in. They both wanted to pull you in. The people wanted the freedom of the West.
Yes.
But you had this Soviet umbrella over you.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah. And when Putin came to the power, he wanted to bring Russian Empire back. This is what his goal. Yeah, so this is what he is trying to do now. And a lot of people around the globe, they think this is he is against Ukraine, but no, he is not against Ukraine. He is against all civilization now. Okay, so he won't bring back Russian power, and this is what he is just started. He just started. Ukraine is fighting back very heavily. Yeah, it's nobody was expecting like this, because Ukrainian army, you cannot compare with Russian army, because Russian army used to be, everybody on TV said this is second army in the world. Okay, after American is Russia, yeah, but now people look and say, well, what happened? What happened is a small Ukraine fighting back very heavily. So if Ukraine win, okay, probably all world is winning. But if Ukraine fell, then probably Putin will not stop there. He go in Poland, he will go into Pre-Baltic countries, he going back to Berlin Wall. And then he will threaten America too. So this is just beginning, not Ukrainian war. This is beginning of, my personal opinion, it's the beginning of World War III.
Right. Now, when Vladimir Putin annexed Crimea, what was the feeling in Ukraine at that time? Was it he was a one step closer? How did people feel after that?
Very upset, because it was Ukrainian soul, and he was like aggressor. How we can feel about this?
Yes, it was unexpected when he took Crimea. It was unexpected, and this is what happened is he did this very sneaky way, without any fighting, nothing. He put his people there little by little, and they occupied territory, and then he annexed Crimea. Not much was against him, so he was become very, very hungry, and he said, "Oh, this is I did very easy," and now he's become more hungry, and now he started World War III.
And that time he occupied part of Ukraine. It was 8 years ago, and now all those years he prepared for new war. It's happening.
He occupied like just 7% of Ukraine.
That time.
That time, yes, that time. And now it was just excuse. He said, okay, I need to go to protect these people in the 7% of Ukraine. And now he started full war against Ukraine.
Tell me about the Ukrainian people. What is a day in the life like in Ukraine? I can imagine the streets are full of culture and people and children and religious services, and we're hearing things like Ukraine is full of Nazis and and the Russians are going to liberate you. And tell me about the strength of the Ukrainian people.
Everything is not true. It's no Nazis, no fascists in Ukraine. They are very peaceful people, very talented and very kind, and we live a peaceful life. We like to be part of Western world, and nothing like Nazis in Ukraine. No, it's just lie. This is just like Russian propaganda. That's it. And people live their lives, and they developing, and they doing a lot of nice things, and very peaceful.
Okay, and some of those people that we're talking about are family. Tell me about, do you have family members who have lived there up until recently? Tell me who is there and who has fled, and is everyone safe and accounted for?
When I was living there like 42 years ago, it was one big country, USSR. It was not different. It's like here, a state, New York State or Texas State. It's no problem. Okay, everybody speaks same language. Everybody married to each other, so it was no different at that time. But when Putin started this war, and all his soldiers go to Ukraine to kill Ukrainian people, now is big difference. And now is Ukrainian people don't understand why Russian people doing this, and Russian soldiers go there to kill everybody because information. This is all about information.
Brainwashing. And now my family is still there, and I have twin sister there, and my niece and her 4 children, and altogether like 10 members of my family that then now they escape from this horror, and they overseas now. I'm so glad, because it was just very scary, because they bombing our hometown like 50 times per day. It's very heavy weapons, and this bombs from plane, and I was crying.
Yeah, but now it's very hard to fight there, because it's all people speak same language. All people have same tank. They have all these old Soviet Union tanks. So you cannot recognize this, who is enemy, who is friend. Okay, if you go to 2 tanks against each other, you don't know, do I need to kill this tank or not, because it's all same tanks, same people. And if somebody will escape from enemy's tank, he gone out, he takes this, only you can recognize Russian and Ukrainians, they have special house strip on his hand, okay? So he takes the strip out, and you're already Ukrainian, okay? So it's total mess. It's not like was war against Germany. You know, there's people, enemies, they speak different language, they have different tanks. Now total mess. You don't know who is fighting for.
Would you compare it to the American Civil War, where brothers were killing brothers and families were divided?
Yeah,
it's
pretty
something.
much.
But what is different is now they're not friends anymore. Now so many people killed, so now Ukrainians say you're not brother anymore, but all about information. And
Russian people have a lot of relatives, very close relatives.
Yeah, like you have
mother in Russia and son in Ukraine, something like this.
And you have husband Ukrainian and wife is Russian, so and vice versa. It's total mess there now.
Yeah, that's certainly, it's very confusing. Yes, when the very person you've married is part of what you would consider the enemy state.
Yes,
that's very
it's
sad.
friends, not a lot of friends. What I have friends now used to be in Russia or Ukrainian, and now it's on different sides. So it's total mess now.
Okay, tell me about the images you're seeing on TV. It's heart-wrenching. It's difficult to watch. It involves the elderly. It involves children. I don't think I don't have words for it.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
It's terrible. I think it's Putin now. He's in agony, so he wants to kill all civilian people. Then the president of Ukraine, he wanted to say, okay, it's so many civilian killed. Okay, we need surrender, but not. He will never surrender. Okay, so this is all Putin responsibility. So he is killing more and more innocent civilian. Okay, and it's.
And first 2 weeks when I saw those pictures, I was crying every time. It's unbelievable. It's unbearable to see this.
Everybody, all world now see on TV what happened, but he is cynic, continue saying, we not kill civilian,
People.
we want to help our people to fight fascism. He knows it's no fascism there. He knows, but because he want to take all globe, this is what he is saying, and it's very horrible because 80% people say, yeah, Putin is right.
In
Russia. 80%. Okay. Why? Because it's information.
Yeah, so this disinformation campaign you feel is being successful in steering the opinions of the Russian people.
Unfortunately,
you know what?
Yes.
It's always is successful. Like in World War II, when Hitler was, yes, and his head of propaganda, Joseph Goebbels. Young generation doesn't know who is this, yeah, but he was head of propaganda, and he said, "Give me newspapers, give me information, and I will make real people hate each other." Okay, this is what Goebbels said, but he not invented this law. It was it's nature law. It's probably before him and after him. It's happened in Germany. Germany was very intelligent country with nice, great actors and writers and everything. But when Hitler makes this propaganda with Goebbels, okay, so majority of German become Nazis, majority, and
this happened again in Russia.
Yeah, and it's happened with Lenin a long time ago. Lenin said, "Give me telegraph, give me post offices, so all information, and I will make revolution." And he made revolution. This has happened with Goebbels and Hitler. He said, "Give me information, and we will win war." Okay, and probably because it's like nature law. For example, Newton law, second Newton law. This pen is coming down. It doesn't matter 1,000 years before or 2,000 years later. It's same law working, right? Okay, same thing with this law. Give me information, and I will grab all globe. And it's happened in Russia, it happened in Ukraine, it happened in America, okay? And somebody in America, God forbid, take information, TV or internet, this will happen same thing. When I was in 8th grade, we made homework about future. Okay, I went to library, I took one journal, and I said, it was like all civilization come discrete, step by step. It was, I don't know how to say, it's rock.
Stone Age.
Stone Age, and then was
Iron Age.
Age, and then was electricity age, and then nuclear age, and next age will be information age. And I was laughing. I said, "What is it? You know, like after nuclear age will be information age. What is it? I didn't understand this. It was 1950. Okay, but now I understand. Information doing everything. It doesn't matter. This is Russia, or this is Ukraine, or this is America. This is main law.
Right. Information is power.
Yes.
Main power.
What do you think about Arnold Schwarzenegger's message to the Russian people, trying to spread the truth?
It's very powerful speech. Very powerful.
Yeah,
very
this
good.
is very powerful. That his father was Nazi, and he was regret. Yes.
All his
Yeah.
rest of his life.
Yes, and this is probably will happen with Russian too. Okay, but I'm afraid it will be too late because Putin want to start very, very horrible war. It's not about Ukraine. It's about all civilization. And I don't know what to do with this. Any idea? What do you think? How we can prevent this World War III?
Well, I think we all feel helpless and vulnerable and upset, and I think we're looking to the superpowers and the world leaders to do something.
Yeah.
And when they're not doing anything, the helplessness just it feels, it's even heavier. If they can't do anything, then what can we do?
So what do you think if we not help enough to Ukraine today, right now, will be stop Putin, not go more after he will grab Ukraine? He will not go. He will stop there. He will not go more.
That's the great unknown, and that's the great fear that if he crosses into NATO territory 1 inch, he'll be met with fierce resistance. But that's the great unknown. Do you feel these sanctions are working, even though it's the average Russian who's maybe paying the price? But do you think that these financial sanctions and embargoes are working?
It will be working much better if this happened 8 years ago when he grabbed Crimea. Okay, so in Crimea, Ukrainian asked for like $1 billion. Okay, and this was very hard to get. So now civilization ready to give to Ukraine much more. But right now it's not so powerful. Yes, it's good, and it's every day more and more. But today is with this oil prices, he got so much money, he built so many rockets. So we must try more now.
Do you think the Russian people are receiving the truth? Do you think Arnold's message is making it to the Russian people?
If his power speech will reach Russian people, but Putin closed everything. He closed Facebook, he closed Twitter, he closed everything, and no information for Russian people. He put his iron curtain again.
And it's very cynic way. Every day he's saying we're not bomb. Everybody see on TV, but Russian people, some Russian television shows this bombing and say, okay, we're bombing fascists.
Yes, and somebody say this is fake. This is fake.
Yeah, this is NATO making
Western propaganda. This is fake. This is what they're saying. Everybody can see what's going on, but not them.
All right. Now, I asked you earlier, Irina, if you're obviously angry at the Russian government and Moscow and the Kremlin.
Yeah.
Are you angry at the Russian people?
You know what? They are brainwashing now so deeply. that yes, I am angry with this.
Yeah, so many people killed.
They said,
Innocent people killed, yes.
that like 70% of Russian people support Putin. What can I do about this?
Right.
Yes, I am angry because they are our enemy now. What we can
They
do?
don't understand that this is war not against Ukraine. This is war against themselves, because a lot of Russian young boy now dying in Ukraine.
Yes.
And Ukraine government said, okay, we want to return this body back to mother, so mother can bury them. Russian not answering, okay, and not many people even in Russia even know that for today it's more than 14,000 Russian soldiers killed in Ukraine. But Russian people doesn't know about this. They bring portable cremation, okay, with soldiers. Russian soldiers bring portable cremation to cremate themselves,
Right.
not to bring body back to Russia.
Right. So at some point in the future, 15, 20,000 families are going to wonder where their children are, why they're not coming back.
Yes. But
they said they just lost. We don't have anybody.
But Russia is very big. Okay, so if if you divide on the whole Russian territory, probably not many mothers will meet each other or hear about each other. They say, okay, I'm only one who lost my son, but it's someday they will recognize this.
What do you think about the world calling Vladimir Putin a war criminal? Do you agree?
Yeah, of
sure,
course. Yeah,
absolutely. He's like Hitler now.
Yes, some more than Hitler. This building, what Hitler didn't destroy in our city, now is Russian destroyed. Okay, it's very, very historic building. One building is what is my friend Olga Sokolska live. Okay, this is where is Irina's pictures, Irina's sculptures. Was still there, yeah. It was destroyed. Okay, it's not
soldiers, but just civilian people struggle most, because on the ground, Ukrainian soldiers fighting very, very successful, and with those tanks or missiles and everything, they destroyed Russian invention, but this is like revenge of Putin to put all his power on civilians. It's unbelievable. He's like a war criminal.
Do you feel world leaders are doing enough?
No, they do not enough.
Yes, thanks to leaders, yes.
Because Ukrainian President Zelensky, he asking for close sky for Ukraine, and then not sending them enough weapon for this, because they're afraid of nuclear war, particular United States, they're afraid, okay, this is not NATO's war, this is your war, we are not involved. This is very, very, it's wrong way, I believe.
No, you know what,
they said a lot of weapons.
It's opinion, because some people saying, yes, we don't want to comfort NATO to Russia, yeah, but my opinion is, if we're not doing now, and it will be confrontation much more if we not help now Ukraine, because after Ukraine he going further, he will not stop. I think he is suicidal. He want to go in his imagination. He want to go to heaven, and take all world with him to heaven. This is what his goal. Okay, so it's only one way that somebody kill him. Okay, some rumors that that somebody who is near him will make this killing, but it's just rumors. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but it's only one way, okay, to kill him personally, because he want to kill all civilization, and he won't go to heaven. This is he is suicidal.
You know, this is war of one man, because people who surrounded him, he does not agree with him, even military. This is his goal, this is his mission, and something like this.
Yeah, he's brainwashed, you feel.
Yes.
And what do you think about President Zelensky? Is he doing the right thing? Is he making the right moves?
Yes. He is. You know what, before this war, when he was elected, he was like 75% support by people. Before war, it came down. But during the war, when it's
his rating,
then it's he said when it was proposition to take him from Kiev, he said, "I don't need the right. I need ammunition. This is what he needs." And after he's like Churchill in London. Do you remember during World War II?
I do.
He's staying in Kiev. He is very strong now. Yeah. Okay. Putin put all his best soldiers to kill him personally, because Putin thinking if he kills Zelensky, it will be Ukraine will be give up. Okay, but all his best soldiers didn't succeed. Okay, Zelensky keep in power. And he is great. And when Putin says that a Nazi in Ukraine, it's no, because Zelensky is Jewish, and he knows what means Nazis. Okay.
Yeah, now he has 98% of support by his people.
Yes, and Ukraine's multicultural, and you've never seen Nazis in Ukraine or heard of Nazis?
Never, no. Absolutely not.
What are your hopes for the Ukrainian people? Do you see them moving back to their homeland someday?
Yeah, this is our hope.
Yes.
But who knows?
But now it's how many flee from our city?
From our city, they have like 2 million population, and half of this population now gone away. But sometime we hope they will back.
Yeah, but even when this train go out of our town, it's Russian plane killing these trains. Okay, so it's my friend yesterday spoke with her. She said our train was moving only during time at night. We stopped, we closed all window, we closed light, and we're staying until these planes going by. Okay, so they particularly kill people
and children.
Yeah, and I saw on TV that there was interview with pilot from a Russian plane whose plane was destroyed, and they came with parachute. And he said, "Oh, we're very sorry what happened, but this was our job. I took 5 tons of bomb. I go there. I put this bomb on civilian building. I came back. I took another 5 tons of bombs. I go back." So he's just making money there. Okay, and this is my work. I saw another one in Mariupol. Yes, it's people, because they speak same language, same tank, and people with their hands push this Russian tank and say, "I can stop, where you go? Stop with bare hands, stop." And this is Russian soldiers said, "We're just doing our job." and same Russian language, they talk to each other. It's not like war against Hitler. It's total mess.
Yeah, and they bomb a maternity hospital with mothers and children, small babies. It was like war crime.
Yeah, we have seen some of those images in your movie that you've created. Tell me more about your movie, and what are your hopes that the movie helps with some donations or some food or to help the Ukrainian people. So tell me why you made the movie and how it will raise some money to help.
Yeah, after this happened, our family escaped to shelter, a bomb shelter, and it was friends there too. And so these friends, it was about 50 people there. Okay, and they start volunteering works between all this shelling and bombing. Okay, they go to needy and bring them food, bring this medicine. Okay, and then try to escape from this bunker. Okay, so my family is 8 people. Yeah, they just escaped it between bombs. When it was City Hall was bombed, and then it was a little bit time they escaped it, and then after they escaped it, another very famous place was destroyed, but they escaped it, and then they went to west, and now they in safe place in Bulgaria. Okay, but still my friends doing volunteers work in this basement. Okay, so my friend Mikhail Ozerov, his name, his group, he's going to help people, and we created this fundraiser for them. Okay, with my friends and close friends, it's like from human to human. Okay, I send it. I went to CVS in Pittsfield to send money because it was not PayPal at that time. Now, 2 days ago, it's PayPal in Ukraine, but the time was ManyGram. Okay, so I went there and I start punching these numbers. Okay, and this screen goes so fast out. I don't have much time to punch this number. Okay, and then the manager came, so what can I help you? I said, I need to send money Ukraine. She, oh, Ukraine, now I know where is Ukraine. I know, yeah, can I help you? So she's helping me. Thank you very much. So it's all people who work in Walmart, people who work in CVS in Pittsfield, they help me, and I will go to these places, and I'm sending more money. What my friends and all people who are around us in Boston, in California, in New Jersey, in Massachusetts, because my daughter Tatiana, she sent letter to all, so it's like from person to person through email. So through email to all people, and now up to today we are raised about $10,000.
Right.
Okay, and we send it to ManyGram. This is all my receipt from ManyGram. Okay, we send it directly to Ukraine, and he is gone, and he is on the wheel all day between bombing and helping people. Couple days ago, my friend from New Jersey, she called me and she said, my mom in Kharkiv, she's now in a very terrible situation. She is sick and no heat, all window is broken, and she needs help. She needs electric heater. So my friend Shula, she called her another friend in Kharkiv who has this heater. Okay, and she asked him, what help do you need? And he said, my wife, she's have a cancer, she need medicine. So this is like change from friends to friends. So I call Misha, volunteer in Kharkiv, and he called Vachik, who has a heater. So he came to him. He asked him, what medicine do you need? So he bought medicine. He bring medicine to him. He took heater. He bring to his to Shula's mother. Okay, this is how it works. This is like help from hand. It's help from friend to friend. So all this medical, all pharmacy, all food, this is what they helping people.
Yeah, so you can assure people that the link at the end of your video, that money is actually reaching those people.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's so much confusion now about where do I send money, and
There's
Yeah, yeah.
there's
direct.
scams out there. So this is one way
yeah.
people can make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Like, if it's very good with big organization. Yeah, but big organizations, they have overhead, they have their rent and everything. But this is directly from person to person.
Okay, and now at the end of our talk, we're gonna run your film.
Yeah.
Tell me a little. I'm gonna ask Irina in a minute. I'm gonna ask you about your brother-in-law, because
Okay.
that was very
Yeah.
difficult to watch
Yes,
at the end of the
yes.
film. But Eugene, start by telling me, what are we hearing from the Russian state media in the beginning of your film? What is the female newscaster saying to the Russian
this
people?
is spokesman for Putin, and every day she said, we're not bombing civilian people, we're bombing fascists. So she saw the school, and school was bombed, okay, destroyed, and she said, we bombed the school because fascists was there. And then they show this city hall. We bombed the city hall because fascists was there, okay? And then he shows the maternity, yeah? Maternity house.
Hospital.
Yeah? Hospital, yes? Children hospital.
Yeah.
We bombed this children hospital because fascist was there, okay? And it's cynic way. Everybody sees this. And you know what? Russian people believe this and say, okay, yeah, we must bomb more hospital because fascists was in this hospital.
Right. And we all know that the pregnant woman on the stretcher in your video passed away a day after that bombing.
Yes,
No, Irina said she died.
She died
Yeah.
with her not-born child. Yes,
Right.
it's just unbelievable.
And they have, like I saw one movie, it was a Ukrainian tank and bombed school, and this Russian soldier said, yeah, this Ukrainian tank was bombing this Ukrainian school.
Yeah. They said they bombed themselves. Ukrainian bombed themselves. This is what they...
But now they want to bring Belarusia to this war. So what they do in Belarusia to this war. So what they do, they start sending missiles from Ukrainian territory to Belarus to create this backfire. Okay, so but Ukrainian knows this is provocation. Okay, and
false flag, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and they said, okay, Belarus, it's provocation. We not bomb you. Okay, but this is what he's trying to do now.
Okay. And Irina, tell me about the man who I believe is your brother-in-law at the end of the film, standing in front of a brick wall, in distress, talking about his 6-year-old son and
grandson.
Yeah, tell me what he's talking about and what kind of stress you think he's under.
Yeah, it's big stress, and he's a very good person. He's husband of my twin sister, and he is filmmaker, very successful. And this is very emotional. I was crying all the time. I couldn't see this. It's unbearable, absolutely.
Right. I think his interview
Very
brought
emotional.
tears to our eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's a very strong man, but he's crying now because it's like crazy.
Yeah. Is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to talk about?
You know what? It's very sad that in 2019, in November, Irina had a personal exhibition in Kharkiv, in her town. So what we did, we sent it to Kharkiv, all her sculptures, all her original work for this exhibition, all her ceramics, everything we sent. We now don't have anything, everything in Ukraine, everything in this. And now we don't know what happened with this house. We don't know what happened. And now probably we lost everything. All her life work probably we lost. I'm not mentioning about house we lost there. You're not mentioning about all this stuff. Yeah. And my relatives, they escape home last minute. So they even forgot to took the American visitors' passports.
International passports. Because they're running.
And now they called me yesterday, said, Eugene, we just escaped last minute. We forgot international passports.
So where are they stuck?
Stuck now, I don't know. And they said, do you have, maybe you have copy? Maybe I said, no, you never send us copy. And now they
have the Ukrainian passport, you know, but they have international.
Yeah, they came visit us a couple times, so they have
open visa, but no passport.
No more.
Right. Do you feel Poland is a welcoming country?
Oh yeah, Poland helping
very
a
much.
lot. Yeah,
very much.
Yeah.
They have now maybe more than 1 million refugees. Poland, they welcome and they treated them very, very good.
Poland helped us a lot. And first day when this war happened, my friend Zbigniew Rybczynski and his wife Dorota, she called from Arizona. They live now in Arizona. And Zbig said, Eugene, look, Dorota's sister live in Poland. So please tell your family, go to Poland border, and she will come to any place on all these borders. She will come with your car in any place, and she will pick up your family. Okay, this is great people. In all Poland, now they have, I don't know how many million they accept refugee from Ukraine. And finally, when I told Zbig that my family successfully came to Bulgaria, he said, oh, great. And my Dorota's sister took another family. So all Polish people help now Ukrainian. Yeah, and I'll tell you, Zbig Rybczynski, he's a very, very great director. Everybody around the globe knows him. He received Oscar for his movie Tango, so he is great.
Yeah.
Zelensky says that this Poland president is like my best friend. We're talking with him directly on cell phone. We don't need to go through all this procedure. I took phone. I talk with Polish president, and Zelensky said, "We are here in Kiev. We don't want to die like 300 Spartans. How it's called? Spartans. Okay, we won't fight, and we will win. And now even NATO's country surprised, and they said, "Oh, we were thinking this Ukraine will fall in 48 hours, but look what happened." I don't understand too. It's very powerful because you on your own land, you fight for your own land, and it's a big difference.
Right. It's very much like the Spartans.
Yeah.
Right. It's a David versus Goliath.
Spartans are dead, right?
Right.
But Zelensky said, "No, we're not like Spartans. We will not die, and we will win."
Well, we're going to keep the Ukrainians in our hearts and minds, and we're going to wish for the best outcome.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and play your film. And I'm not going to say enjoy the film because it's a hard pill to swallow. It's not easy to watch, and if you are easily affected, you maybe shouldn't watch because there's some hard scenes in there to view. And watch the film, and at the end use that link if you can donate and help the people of Ukraine. Irina and Eugene would appreciate the help.
A lot of friends know us, know me, and you will be sure that every penny will go to our friends who are fighting for Ukraine. I think that right now America must be more energy independent from Putin energy. And solar energy is very good, very good. But right now we need to put more energy, more new invention to make solar energy more efficient. I'm an electrical engineer, and I understand that like coil efficiency is like 70-1. Sun efficiency today is like 7-1. Lithium battery is now efficiency 4-1. Okay, so right now, because we must be independent from Putin energy, right now we need temporary.
Because oil price now it's very high.
Yeah,
it helps Putin to build all these tanks and missiles. And
this is he building all these rockets on our money. This is what he did.
Right. It's a good lesson that everyone can do their part, however small.
Yes.
Whether that's no longer investing in fossil fuels coming out of Russia or the things that they sell and export. So everyone can do it maybe a small part, but it all adds up. And just like donating, using the link at the end of your film, it all adds up, and you have a pile of receipts there to show that it adds up to a large sum, and it's helping out. Okay. Any final thoughts or anything you'd like to add?
Glory to Ukraine.
Glory to the heroes.
Thank you, Eugene.
Thank
you,
you,
Irina.
During the current special military operation in Ukraine, the Russian military won't be launching any rockets or artillery strikes against the cities of Ukraine. The civilian population of Ukraine is under no particular threat.
My Kharkiv, the theater where my wife worked. Remains of the wall, there still hangs one of my niece's pictures. In the ruins is a sculpture by my dear wife, Ira, which she gave as a gift to her doctor, Oля Sokolsky. Maria Zakharova is the spokesperson for the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. She no doubt knows the truth, that there are no fascists in Ukraine. They are all imaginary. So why is she lying to Russian mothers about their sons being sent to destroy Ukrainian cities, kill peaceful Ukrainians, and die on Ukrainian soil? Why? What for? We don't need to be saved from anybody. The first 2 weeks of the war saw over 12,000 Russian soldiers die in Ukraine. Ukrainian authorities issued requests for the Russians to collect the corpses of their dead so that they can be buried in their native soil. Russia keeps ignoring these requests.
This is a horror. It's a tragedy. When under the influence of disinformation, a mother ceases to understand her daughter. My friend, Katerina Zub, wrote this from Kharkiv. I called my mother in Crimea and said that they're bombing us everywhere, all over Ukraine. But she said that it's not true, that you're bombing yourselves, that Zelensky has long since fled abroad. My friend said, "Goodbye, Mom. We probably won't ever see each other again. Thank you for all that you sacrificed for your 6 children. But you've been brainwashed over the past 8 years. I'm crying for the first time over all these days. My mother has lost her mind, and it's irreversible. Burn in hell, all of you who came to kill us."
Eugene, you created special effects for the movie Predator, but we are fighting real predators, not virtual ones. You knew how to win in the movies, and we will win over a real predator in real life.
Okay, my friend, Vladimir Khanas.
Knock, knock.
I'll give you just one example that happened today. I had a friend, he lives in Germany now, and he was a Russophile. He was against Ukraine. He called us fascists, followers of Bandera, and other things like that. And today he called me crying. He asked for forgiveness. I forgave him. You know, my 6-year-old grandson, during an air raid alert, said when he was taken into the basement where it is safer, he said, Mama, I don't want... I'll repeat. Mama, I don't want to die young on a Sunday. Glory to Ukraine. I will tell you how you should respond. Glory to the heroes.